Even looking up this word in the dictionary felt like you committed a crime, and that is the one and only sex. Why do you feel like I can't say it out loud on video?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, level up.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Debbie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're new here, kindly subscribe so you can be part of the Malkia squad. So today I decided to switch it up a bit. I know I do a lot of vlogs, but today we're gonna be talking, okay? We're gonna be talking about you and your life. Today we're gonna be talking about leveling up as a teenager or someone who has just entered into their 20s. As a person who's gonna turn 20 soon, I am pretty scared and afraid of a lot of things. So I thought doing this video will be kind of like a letter to myself to refer to every single time I get anxious, and hopefully this will help you out, because I feel like as teenagers we're very much ignored. Like they only do, oh, level up in your 20s. Like what about us teenagers? What about us? You think we don't need to level up? Don't mind my nails, yeah, they look crooked, but anywho. So I'm gonna be doing that while doing my makeup because I'm about to go out in a few. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing I want to address in today's video is dating. All I can tell you, you're still young, you're still growing, and you're still learning. So what I'm gonna tell you is date and explore. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, oh, go do stupid things in the name of exploring. No, what I mean is go date, get that experience, just so Glow is playing at the door. So what I mean is date and explore, because while dating you get to learn more and more about you and the things that make you tick. You know more and more of what you like and what you don't like. So I will definitely advise you to just date right now, have fun with it really, and explore. But also while doing that, I want you to remember that the person you're dating might or might not end up being your husband or your wife, and that's completely fine. You're still young, have fun with it, explore with it, you know, just learn more about who you are. And the birds want to be in my video too. Hi birds. So that's basically what I will tell you. Just have fun with it. Even though you end up breaking up, you'll just be thankful for the experience. You'll just tell love, well, thank you for giving me this experience. Now it's time to move on to the next experience, and life goes on. Really, life goes on, okay? Up next, I want to talk about a topic, something that was very criminal in our homes growing up, especially if you grew up in an African house. Even looking up this word in the dictionary felt like you committed a crime, and that is the one and only sex. Why do you feel like I can't say it out loud on video? The sex. Sex, yes. Let's talk about sex for a minute. So you are dating now, you're exploring now, and you're having fun with that. Pretty much, if you are a teenager, that means you're probably in high school, or you've just started, you know, college or uni, or you're like me, you're just at home. There's nothing wrong with being at home and taking a gap year. I just want to address that when it comes to sex, especially when you are young, studies have shown that people, especially women, as women, so women, if they have sex before the age of 17 or under the age of 17 or 18, they are more likely to be more depressed than people who wait until they are more mature to start getting into sexual intercourse. I'm not talking about, you know, a kiss here and there. I'm talking about the real thing, sex itself. I'm sure that you have been taught reproduction at school, you know how it works and all that. And so to avoid, you know, all that, all the mental health, because sex takes a lot, it takes a lot of you, especially as ladies. You are giving out and you are receiving, so like you're doing all the job. So yeah. And another thing too, if you are a Christian, even if you're not, you know about soul ties, and I don't think it is good or wise enough to start piling up soul ties when you're so young, when you still have like your full life ahead of you. So when it comes to sex, I'd really say that you should try to abstain for as long as you can, you know, just so you can give yourself time to mature to mature spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, because it does take up a lot from you. So now that we have touched on sex, we're gonna move on to friendships, aka relationship. So if you're a teenager or if you're in your early 20s, you're either still in high school or you have just started uni, or again, you're like me, sitting at home watching Netflix and chilling all day long. There's nothing wrong with taking a gap here after thousands and thousands of years in school. Take some time to rest. My high school life was definitely not the best. My high school life really sucked. I did not have friends throughout most of my high school life, and let me tell you something, that can be very depressing and very... I've just ruined the outfit I was gonna wear. Nice. So that's very depressing. That can be very depressing, can make you very sad and all that, because high school is all about experiencing and socializing. I feel like not having friends in high school really impacted my ability to socialize with people. So like I am learning afresh how to socialize, which is not bad, but I feel like if I had friends in high school, it would have definitely been a bit easier, because I would have more knowledge on how to socialize more, but I didn't. So I want to give you a pro tip. If you are a shy and introverted person, target that one loud and extroverted person from your class and approach them. So basically, once you approach them and become their friend, let me just use the blender. Once you approach them and become their friend, they're basically gonna make all your friends for you, because they are loud and extroverted. All you have to do is just stick around, make plans with them. They'll probably invite maybe a few of their friends, and voila, you'll have friends. I feel like that experience is very, very important in life, because it helps you out with becoming social. It will teach you how to network with people and all that. Yeah, I get anxious around people. I feel like it's because I didn't have enough friends. I didn't have any friends in high school. Like, I'm not even joking. The first year I had friends, but then after that it was just I was just all alone and all that, and it sucked really. And I don't want you to be like that, because it's quite depressing. You will not have all the energy to focus on the most important things, your studies. That's what you're doing at school. So yeah, friendships, make friends, but also in doing so, I want you to be careful with who you become friends with, because bad friends corrupt good morals, something like that, something along those lines. Another thing I'll tell you, if you're a teenager or if you're in your early 20s, have a relationship with one member of your family. I have a good relationship with my mom. So what happens is I tell her a lot of things I'm doing, even though she doesn't agree with them. At least she knows I'm doing them. So if I feel low or if I feel like I've messed up, I can come to her and tell her this and this and this, other than feeling low and feeling messed up and all that and having to explain the story from the beginning, from years and years ago. It just makes it a bit easier for me to express myself, and also it builds a lot of trust and rapport between you and that person from your family. So between me and my mom, it builds a kind of trust that I like. And I know not everyone is close with their parents, but you can try maybe your siblings. If you're an only child, you maybe have a good relationship with your parents, because it's only you and your parents. But yeah, that's just my guess. So try having a relationship with a family member, just to help you out in hard times. Sometimes what you really need is just a hug from your mom or your dad, depending on who you're most close to. Let's talk money. Money. I got money on my mind. Anyways, so ever since I was young, I have loved the idea of making money and the idea of being independent and all that. I started looking for jobs when I was 13, I think. It wasn't anything serious really. It was just looking for something around the estate to do. There's a time I even made posters, babysitting posters, even though I didn't get any calls, but I made them. So yeah, so I started looking for a job when I was 13, because let me tell you something, if you have your own money, you are really saving yourself from a lot of unnecessary drama and disrespect, because people tend to disrespect you when they know you have nothing. They think they can step on you however they please, which is actually a lie. Please don't come for me for using a blender on my on my eyelids for my eyeshadows. Okay, don't come for me. I am sorry, I do not have the right makeup equipment. I only have like 10 things, which is enough because I don't do makeup that much. When you're still young and you notice that there's a hobby, maybe you're good at makeup. There are people who are so good at makeup and it just comes naturally. Maybe you're so good at doing hair. Maybe you're so good at sewing. Maybe you're so good, whatever you're so good at, you can turn that hobby into an income. You know, now we live in a very social world. On social media though, a very social world on social media, and I think you can really utilize it to make your hobbies into an income. You can literally just open an Instagram page or even use your personal Instagram page and just tell people, yo, do you know that I do lashes? Do you know that I do makeup? Come to me, I'ma do your lashes, I'ma do you good, okay? Yes, just turn your hobbies into an income. Let me tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than being young and making your own money. Like when you get that first paycheck, you'll feel so good. My first paid job, I was paid 200 Kenyan shillings. That's an equivalent of $2 for a full day. I worked the full day, I was paid $2. I felt so accomplished. I felt like I was on top of the world. Like no one could touch me. No one could touch me. Okay, so turn your hobbies into an income. No matter how little you make or no matter how much you make, you're gonna feel so good because it's something you did by yourself. You went out there, put yourself in the market, and you were like, you know what, I'm gonna take this risk. I'm gonna take this risk, which is my next point, and I'm gonna give myself a chance. So next up, taking risks. When it comes to money, hey, but when it's money, be careful. Be careful with those risks. Just take risks in putting yourself out there to look for a job or to turn your hobbies into an income. Also in dating, I forgot to add this, take risks. Don't stay with a person simply because you've been with them for so long and you're afraid of what will happen now. You're still young, honey. You are still young. Like, oh my gosh, you're still incredibly young. I'm saying this so I can believe it too, because sometimes I think I'm so old. Next up, we're gonna say my favorite thing. Mind the business that pays you. Oh my god, I cannot stress enough about this. Mind the business that pays you. We live in a world where everyone is in everyone's business. Like literally you can do anything without having anyone in your business. So as you live your life, as you go about your day, doing whatever it is you do on your day-to-day basis in your life, just mind the business that pays you. If it's not paying you, don't mind it. Let it be. Someone is doing something shady you don't like. Don't spend a lot of time talking about it, thinking about it, reposting about it. I'm gonna admit, sometimes I do mind other people's business. I do be talking sometimes. But, well, try not to let it be a sole focus in your life. Try not to let it be like the main thing taking up your time. Because honey, the more time you spend talking about these people, the less time you spend on yourself and the less time you spend on making money. Okay? Are we together? Good. Next up on the money issue, I'm gonna tell you, save as much as you can. Oh my god. Right now I'm sitting here with 0 shillings, with $0 in my savings account, and I'm thinking back on all the money I touched and all the things I spent it on that I did not need. Honey, you do not need that designer belt. You do not need that designer bag. You do not need that designer foundation for the 3rd time. Let me tell you something. If you cannot afford it twice or thrice at that particular time, you cannot afford it. Don't buy it. Save as much as you can, because if I started saving as much as I could when I started making money, honey, I'd be very far right now. But no, we made stupid mistakes. We made stupid decisions because we didn't have someone or a video to tell us to save when we are young. But I'm telling you this now and for free. Save as much as you can and from as young as you can. If you are 13 watching this now, start saving a lot of money. Start saving your money. I wanted to say start saving all the money you make, but clearly you also need to enjoy yourself sometimes. So just try saving as much as you can. It will really help you and it will come in handy someday. While speaking on the money issue, I'm also gonna say, try investing if you can. Invest in your future and invest in yourself. Like, don't get lost in investing in your future self that you forget to invest in your present self. So when you're doing your savings, when you're your investments in your future self, also remember that your present self has a life that can also be improved, that can also be invested in. This can be something like maybe investing on your skin, your hair, or a part of your body that you really like. It can even be investing in a really good piece of clothing that is gonna take you very far. It's gonna be with you for very long. It's also part of investing. So yeah, just invest your money, keeping in mind that your future self needs you and your present self shouldn't be neglected, because your present self also needs you. I'm going to throw in a few extra points I have. I basically just had like 4 main things to say. So now, since I've said them, and let's just recap. We talked about dating, sex, relationships, and money. So now I just want to say this. If you're in high school or in uni, there's nothing wrong with being book smart. There's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I probably got picked on in high school because of this. I'm very good in humanities, especially history, so I will get picked on a lot for that. But it's okay, like literally there's nothing wrong with being smart, there's nothing wrong with getting good grades. And while we're on this topic, remember that discipline is very important. It goes a long way, especially when you're this young, when you're still a teenager or you just entered your early 20s. Focus on the things that are more important in your life, like in your future, things that will help you become the better version of yourself. And in this case, I'm just gonna say, in school, don't forget to do your assignments. Don't ditch your assignments to go to a party. I'm not saying don't go to parties, I'm just saying don't ditch your assignments or don't ditch your revision to do so. So basically what I'm saying is, learn the art of discipline. It will definitely go a long way, and you will see that it will help you in a lot of things. The amount of times I tell myself I'm gonna start sleeping early so I can wake up early to get more things done. Oh my. Let me just hide my face from the camera because, well. Anywho, we're gonna work on that, okay? We're gonna work on that, I promise. Okay, before we move on to the next point, I wanted to put this hair on my head, but I can't find the comb, so I don't think this hair is gonna be happening. And finally, the very last tip, which I think should have been number 1, is building a relationship with God. Let me tell you something, in this life, if you tell yourself you're gonna just live it the way you want, or live it just like that without having any support from God, you shall be knocked down, character development left, right, center. So I just suggest having a relationship with God. And I think it's very important in our lives, especially since we're so young and there's a lot we don't know and a lot we need to learn. So, and with that said, I can end this video over here. Also, before I end it, I just want to hook you up on something. You can finally now support me. If you live in Kenya, you can support me directly using M-Pesa for donations, and if you're an international viewer, you can support me using my PayPal. I'll have both of them in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Support me like that and support my content and the content I create. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know which tip stood out for you or which part of the video stood out for you. My makeup is not perfect, but it's okay, we can deal with it. I'm not a professional, I'm not a makeup guru. No, hell to the no. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time with Debbie. Bye.